Hi there everyone. So I said earlier on my stream that I will upload a Happy Mail video separately to the stream so that I can show you each item and I can put them all in the description, and I get to also go in depth of like who sent what. And I can't say on one lady because she wants to just be anonymous, which is fine. But honestly, this is just a huge thank you as well, because I do not do the channel for Happy Mail, and the fact that people gift is just beyond my imagination. So thank you so much. But genuinely, you keep your pennies and you save and you buy yourself those goodies and come and tell me what you bought. But I want to get into, first of all, my file. I want to show you my file. So I was sent by a lovely lady who I have grown to absolutely adore, Suzi. She asked me who my Disney favourites were, and I'm a sucker for the villains. I'm sorry, I really am. So Suzi being Suzi, she does sketching and she does her own drawings. So these are amazing. These are art cards, but I've kept them on here because I just love them. And she signed the backs as well. So it's sketch cantation, and she is an amazing lady here. She lives in Scotland and she's drawn and coloured these art cards. So she's done Jafar, who is one of my most favourite villains ever. Ursula, I love all the villains, but these two are particular favourites. And this is a Marvel character, Spider-Gwen. So she's Spider-Man's, Gwen, Spider-Man's love, but she turns into Spider-Gwen. So I love her. I think she's such a strong female character. So I absolutely adore these. So thank you so much. I love anything like this because it's handmade, it's personal to me, and I just love them. So these are 3 art cards that I just love. And honestly, these are things that I'm going to treasure for life. So this is like a little folder of things that have been sent, or, little letters, little cards. This is I'm going to call it, it's not just subscribers, they're friends, your family now. And these are things that I've sort of gathered, like letters. When Jodie Little Pickle sent me the sign, Dar sent me a card, lovely Kimberly sent me a diamond painting card, and there's some stickers. And then this one I want to show you, and I've got a beautiful letter with it. So this was sent by Victoria Colours, and she sent me a coloured picture from Hanna Lynn. And how amazing is this? So Victoria Colouring, who is a beautiful girl, oh my gosh, she is just a stunning colourist. She sent me this, which she's coloured, and I absolutely love it. So this is, as you can see, is from, I think it's a Christmas one. A Christmas book, yeah. And she also sent me a card and a really personal letter. I won't read the letter out because it is quite, it's personal. But there's like, she's put these little embellishments over it, and it's like all these small butterflies. And she's done it in pink handwriting, and I love it, and with a card as well. So I absolutely love things like this. So this was sent from another YouTuber's daughter. And then I've got like Dee Dee's art cards and Dee Dee's prints. These are cards that have been made for me from a very good friend of mine. And then May sent me a watercolour card. And then these were from Dee Dee as well. And just things that I've sort of collected. Look at you. I have to show you this. So Chip got a personalised card from me, but I just wanted to keep it. When he put his hat on, I've got him a Christmas card. I love it. So they're just small things that I keep from friends and from people. So I absolutely love that folder. So these were the 2 latest things that I got, was the picture letter card from Victoria and my gorgeous art cards from Suzi. So thank you so much, ladies. I love them so much. So much. Okay, so the next batch is from, I call her my Louisiana twin, Desiree. We've grown to be sisters. I absolutely love her to bits. And she did a box, and she sent me this box that it's just so personal to me. I absolutely love it. So first of all, in that box was, we don't have this shop here. This is a Bath and Body Works candle. So I'm going to zoom in one. And this is one of her favourite scents, which is Winter Candy Apple. It smells amazing. I'm like, oh, sniff test. I absolutely love it. So we don't have the Bath and Body Works over here, which is a shame because I hear everyone talk about it and everyone say how amazing their scents, their lotions, their candles. I'm a candle fanatic, and I mean fanatic. I love candles like they are candy. I love them. So she sent this, and I've got it out at the moment, and I've burnt it once, but I kind of want to preserve it a bit. So it's on my dining table at the moment, and I love it so much. So in with that, she sent like this box of goodies, bless her heart. I also got another thing from Victoria, but I'll show those in a moment. So she sent these nail wraps. Now, Desiree, she wears them all the time. Unfortunately, my nails have literally all broken off because of my deficiencies, but when they grow, I'm going to use them. I love nail polish. Look at that. Look how sparkly they are. So she's always talking about these, and when she's got them on, I'm like, oh my gosh, they look amazing. So when I wait for my nails to grow again, and then I'm going to apply these, and I'm going to be Louisiana Sister Twin 2. So there are a bunch of these nail transfers that she wears, and I absolutely love them. They're made in the USA, and I can't wait till my nails grow and stop being a pain in the beep so that I can actually put them on. So thank you so much. And then she sent me, now I want to do a test of this. That's why I got a pink card. A Sharpie marker. Now, again, I haven't seen these in the UK. So this is a Sharpie paint pen, I think, or a water-based paint pen. So pretty much like the Posca. Can you see that? They are almost identical. So it's a nice thick chunky tip. I'm not quite sure of the point on it, but it's going to be like a 5mm. So you can see the ink flows perfect. It's amazing. So amazing. It's such a nice flow. I'm surprised, and I'm just as impressed as it than I would be on a Posca pen. So the only downside is that the nib on it isn't as big as I'd, liked, but it's not everything that you're going to need with a fine nib. So for things that need a thicker nib, that will be perfecto. So that is a Sharpie paint. I think it's a water-based medium point marker. So grab yourself one of those if you want a thicker nib as well, because honestly, it doesn't look any different to the Posca pen, as you can see. So definitely worth investing and having. If you're like me and you like all your white Poscas, I don't think anything beats a Posca, but this is pretty close. So sounds like one, acts like one, very much like one. Okay, and then within that box, this blew me away, was a box of 48 brush markers. Now, I've been collecting the pro markers, not the brush markers, and this comes as a box set. Now, I'll show you the colours very shortly. So the Windsor Newton brush markers are not refillable. So you've got one end as a chisel tip and one end as a brush tip. Now, these perform like juicy gorgeousness, but the sad thing is they do not refill, but they will last a while unless you're using them like they're going out of business. So the colours that you get on these particular set, the 48 set of the brush markers, is these colours here in front of me. So I swatched them out. So you get one which is a blender, so it's BL, and the rest of them are all colour. So you get a good selection that covers all bases of the colour spectrum. So you've also got them on the box, but I always say to give a good little swatch out so that you can, get a good idea of what they look like when they perform. So that's the colours that you get in the 48 set, and they're gorgeous. Now, I haven't had a go of them yet. I've only had a go where I've swatched them, and by swatching them, they're so nice and so juicy and gorgeous, and they feel nice. They feel like a Copic because they've got a brush nib, which is easier to control, in my opinion, than a bullet nib. So thank you so much. I mean, you know how much I'm appreciative. Then the other huge item in this box, which I was stumped on, was another spare set, because I use them so much, of the Prismacolor Premieres, and I just couldn't believe it. I never, ever, ever have expected this, and they came, and I thought, now I have 2 sets spare. One I'm now dipping into, and now a complete spare set. We use them so much here, so thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I don't even know how to thank you. So then there was a bunch of books in there, and these ones are representative of where Desiree's from. So that is what I loved about this. It was very representative of, oh, 1 second, I've got the wrong one there. 1 minute. Of where Desiree's from. So Desiree's a Louisiana lady, and this is like Colour Your Way Through Louisiana. Louisiana Magical Colouring. This was a Santa's Christmas, the Colouring Cafe, and this was a Mardi Gras mask. Now, I'm guessing that that is going to be a theme, so I'll put that aside for a minute, of Louisiana. So these are just things that represent where Desiree's from, which I love. I think that is so personal, and that's why things like this I treasure, because they're not just a colouring book, and it's not just it. Well, no gift to me is just the gift. It's the thought. It's why it's been sent. It's the meaning behind it. But things like this as well, it's just like, oh my goodness, this is from somewhere that person comes from, you know. So that is Colour Your Way Through Louisiana with Rachel, Beck and Caroline Cassidy. Then there is Louisiana Magical Colouring Relaxation for Adults by Norma J. Graves, which is, it tells you at the back. So it says, Norma Jean was born and raised in Louisiana and has travelled the country in search of adventure and magic. Through much of her life, she has created various forms of art in sculptures, painting and sketches, whilst raising her children and loving all God's creatures. So it gives you a little insight about the artist, and then it's got a little sort of journey through what I think is what Louisiana represents to this particular artist. So there's all different sketches in here, very abstract and very busy. But again, the Mardi Gras mask must represent something, because that leads us into the next book. So I think it is so sweet to have something from where Desiree's from, because it just gives me a little look into what the state is about. And then it's a Mardi Gras mask by Becky Torres Designs, and this is all different Mardi Gras masks. And this must also be something that is very representative of the state of Louisiana. So I'm just like, thank you, thank you, thank you a million times. It is so personal. It's so sweet. And I just love things. I love anything. It could be a penny sweet, and I'd be so happy. So thank you ever so much. Then the last one, books that Desiree sent, was the Santa's Little Christmas Colouring Book by Colouring Book Cafe. Now, I first saw this by Jen, Reading with Pugs Jen. She does all the Colouring Book Cafe stuff. And Jen always shows these books off in their full glory. So if you've not checked it out, go check out Jen. And these are just very cute Santa Claus, quite, I'm going to say it taps into your inner child with the cute, whimsical drawings of it. So adorable. It's pretty much like the Little Witches one, but in terms of Santa Claus, absolutely adorable. I just love it. So that was also in that package. So thank you so much. There was also the mum's, she gifted mum a Whimsical Wonders book and then mum's Amazon Basics pencils. So, but they're with mum, I can't show those. So yeah. And then the last little book in there was the Summer Nights Postcards by Hanna Karlzon. I love this one of particular favourites in that book actually. And this is a smaller, just 20 hand-picked images from, I think it's her publishers with Printworks Market. Picked out 20 of the best images from Summer Nights and put them into postcards. And you know, she's got postcard books in pretty much every single one that she has done, barring the last, I believe, but I could be wrong on that. Maybe that's coming. So these are really cute. They're scaled down, which is nice. Some of the images are cut off, obviously, because it's a lot more scaled down to the actual image of an A4 sort of size. But yeah, they're really, really adorable. And as I say, gifts to me are special. So these things will be with me for life and treasured for life. Absolutely gorgeous. So that was the Summer Nights 20 Postcards by Hanna Karlzon. And then I also, with that package, got sent these. I use these all the time, especially for PDFs. But these are A4 folders. They're like popper wallets. This one's a sort of felt. This is felt with one of those popper wallet button things. That's really nice. It's got a little hand on it, which I absolutely love. And then the plastic packs. Now I've already got some of these. These are my pack as well. And then she sent me some loose ones which are very similar, which I always use these. And if you're going to ask me what I use them for, I'm going to say absolutely everything but the kitchen sink. So any PDF, any pack, any papers, any projects I've got on the go, they go in these. I much prefer them over big ring binders. I've not got the space for ring binders. So if you're someone like me who does not have tons of shelves and you need to condense things down, these are the way to go. They're just so handy. So handy. Okay. So then with Victoria sending me her beautiful letter and her colouring, she sent me in that same package some Hungarian chocolate, which I unfortunately can't eat, but I'm keeping them anyway. And they are a very popular Hungarian chocolate. They smell amazing, but because of my surgery, I can't have sugar, but they smell delicious. They're making my mouth water. But I'm gonna, oh, the smell is amazing. I'm just gonna keep them because they just smell great. And this, now this I am going to tap into very shortly. This is a vanilla and I think she said another fruit, tea. So it's loose tea, and again, oh, the smell is divine. I love my tea. This smells amazing. This is from Hungary, and I love tea. I love tea. So, oh, I'm just so happy. I'm like, yes. So, Victoria, I thanked you so much. But again, thank you ever so much, my dear. I swear to you, I cannot say it enough. It is just, oh my goodness, just amazing. Then today, whilst I was streaming, came this book from Lou, my lovely Lou. So Lou, if you don't know Lou Scoffin, I call her my sister as well. She is just one of a kind. Desiree and Lou, I've just, Melody, quite a few people I just love to pieces. Honestly, you ladies, I cannot tell you enough. You know what you bring to my life, and push any gifts aside, I'm here night and day, and I mean that. So this came through, and this is by Camellia Angelkova, I think. And this is the Romantic Mandalas and Heart Designs. Now, I really, really like these books. And there is a whole channel by the same artist, and I'll link it in the description. And they just do mandalas. And they've also got a Mermaids and a Unicorns book. But the mandalas are gorgeous because they're different and they bring something new to the table. So if you want a full flip through, I will post you in the direction of it in the description. So if you want to check out the channel, there is all of the flip throughs of their mandala books. And they're just, I mean, come on. It's cupcakes and biscuits and hearts, you know. I just love them. I absolutely love them. So thank you so much. I adore it. I absolutely adore it. And I have to do one out of here soon because I feel like a repetitive pattern at the moment. And they're just really mindless and good to colour. Absolutely love it. Okay, then this next couple of things are from Melody. So Melody gifted, again, bless her. I keep saying to her, I'm fine. So Melody has gifted a few books, which have now added into the collection. I'm just taking the cellophane wrapping off one. Hold on. So these are a couple of the books. So bear with me. I think I've just dropped something on the floor. 2 seconds. Yeah. Okay. So there was a couple of things in for Chip, who is now hugging one of them, so I can't get it off him, and some vitamins and some chews, which surprised me entirely because I don't put those wish lists up, but bless her. So Melody has sent some books and some little bits for Chip. Okay, so I'm going to put them all here and I'll go through one by one. So as you can probably see, there's Botanicum, there's Fairies too, there's the Magical Christmas and the Animorphia posters. Now, you know we've done things in the Imagimorphia posters. There isn't a Mythomorphia posters book out that I can find. I've looked everywhere. I can't find them. And she's also gifted 3 of the Posca 0.7mm nibs. But I'll go through the books one by one. So I'll put these first and I'll show you the Animorphia posters. Now, you probably know by me saying, and we've worked on the Jellyfish and Imagimorphia posters, I love Kerby, but the double pages, I cannot stand the binding. So the good thing with the poster books, 1, they're perforated, and 2, there is no binding, and 3, they take out the double page of doodles. So although you've still got a fair amount, there's not as many. See, like this one, they've took out a fair amount of the doodles, which is my personal preference. And like this one, that, you know, it's just there's no binding in the middle. There's not as many doodles, and they are just easier in general for me to colour. So I adore the poster books. I must say I'm more inclined to them, although I'm hoping with all my might that Mythomorphia poster book will be released at some point because that deserves it as well. So I'll quickly take you through a flip through of what is included in the Animorphia 20 posters. So you've got 20 images from the book. Most of them are the double pages. The double pages minus the binding and minus some of the doodles. They have cut some of the image off, but I don't mind that. I prefer it. It's all preference. If you think in the same way as I do, in that sense, with all those 3 sort of pointers, I would recommend that you get these. They're not that expensive. They're between the 10 and 12 British pounds mark. They do go down in price on offer, but you have to catch it. So you can play that whole cat and mouse game with Amazon in your basket and catch it when it goes down in price, but you're going to have to stalk it every day and see when they do reduce them. The paper quality is probably just as much as the books. I wouldn't say there's any difference in the paper. It's about the same, but it's single-sided. They're large. There's no binding. Half the doodly bits are taken out. Just easier to colour. They're nice and big. I love them. I'm so thankful to have these. I hope they bring out Mythomorphia because it will make Sam's day. And then, okay, so we're going to go through the other books now. So this is the Fairies 2. So there is a first one. This is a Grayscale. Both Fairies 1 and 2 come in a line art edition. And you can also buy these in single PDFs over on Christine Karen's Etsy shop. These are absolutely gorgeous. They are all grayscale. They are on Create Space paper, but if you want to, you can remove them. You can copy them onto card, or you can go straight into the book and do them. So it's all of the images that are in here are also on her Etsy store. I've had a look, every single one. So she's compiled them together and popped them into a Fairies Grayscale 2, which is beautiful. So if there's anything that you want to flip through of further from this, then please ask. But there are flip throughs floating around online that you can see. Then we have Botanicum by Maria Trolle. Now, I did have a copy a while ago. I'd say about a year ago, but I got mine from Printworks Market in Sweden, and I did it as my first giveaway instead of myself keeping it. So I've got it now. So thank you so much, Melody. This was one of those that I was going to add in, given some time, but it is here. So again, you've probably seen these are double-sided. Some are black background. Some are white liner only. They've got a different. It's got a different theme in Botanicum, I think, in the way of there's more of a variety. The others are very floral. This is still very floral, but there's a little bit more variety in this in the way of what the images contain. Very whimsical, very Maria Trolle-like, and I absolutely I like the little critters. Now, I don't like colouring fur, but the little critters in this don't daunt me because they're not huge. So if you're like me and you just like little ones like that, then yeah, it's fine. It's not so daunting. So that is Botanicum by Maria Trolle. And last but not least, I've now got the Lizzie Mary Cullen books that I personally want. There are a couple more. I think there's a Spanish one and a French one, but I'm not too fussed about those ones. I like the Britain one, the Magical Journey, and the other, I can't remember. There's another couple, and this one. So the reason why I really liked this one is it's a very swishy style. I'm going to say swishy is the word. Like, it's sort of all over the place. Sort of like, you know, one of those mirrors that you stand in a circus and your body looks like it's been stretched and you look sort of wide or stretched, or your arms long or your face is long, or it just reminds me of that kind of style. But when colours put to them, they come to life like no other book, because they're not the kind of book that I would look at without colour in the same way. The style is so original to the artist. I mean, there isn't another artist out there that resembles this to me. But when the colours put down on it, my goodness, it just changes and transforms this topsy-turvy style entirely, and I love it. And I really wanted to, one, get this book because I saw KP Colours and Francis Colouring F do their buddy colour on this, and I thought for next Christmas I can go in there and team up with them, because they just did the most amazing picture of the Sherlock Holmes page, and I just thought, right, I love it, it's great, it's beautiful. So it is called The Magical Christmas, a colouring book by Lizzie Mary Cullen. And that's from Melody. So thank you so much, Melody. Plus, there was a storage unit, which I can't fit in the stream. It's in the other one. So honestly, from the bottom of my heart, Desiree and Melody, I cannot thank you enough. And Victoria and Susie for your personal touch. Honestly, you ladies are just crazy amazing. Okay, so the next 4 items are from Anonymous, who would love. She deserves the recognition, but would prefer to be anonymous. So that is absolutely fine. I respect that. Okay, so these came through, which shocked the life out of me. These are the Karin Brushmarker Skin Tones. Now, I wasn't too fussed about getting a full set. You know, that whole full set syndrome only comes in with pencils with me. But these are May and Dev have both got these. So I saw them and I thought, realistically, am I going to use all these different ones? Probably not. So I'm not going to waste, you know, my money, or if in this case they were gifted money, with something that I will never use. It's just not realistic. So these are the skin tones. Now, the reason why I always go for skin tone ones is because that is what I use the most in any set, is skin tones, because I use them for portraits. Now, I've got to have a little go of these. So if anyone's got any tips on how to use these, please let me know, because I want to use them in the future on streams, same as the Kuretake Zigs. But I've got to learn mediums before I come on and show them, because it's absolutely pointless. I'm like a duck out of water at that point. I need to learn something. When I've learned, when I've picked up my tips and tricks, I will then pass them on. So with the Karin brush markers, they come with a visual reference of where the ink is, and they are like a pilot pen, they remind me of. So when you take them off, they are quite a big brush nib, and they can be used for calligraphy, so you can see the difference. They also, you can touch nib to nib, I read. You can mix them. There's so many things you can do with them, but you can control the thick, thin, you know, elements of it. Now, I'm also going to get myself into brush lettering, because I absolutely love that. So these will also come in handy for things like that. Any brush tip. They come in a box like this, which looks like this. It's a clear box. I'm going to keep them in there. And you've got a little side bit which opens up like that. And you can take out the colours as and when you need them. It's also got on the side the Karin Skin Colours Brush Marker Pro. If you've got the full set of these, you won't need this. I believe the same colours are included in the full set. So, as I said, you can control the thick, thin, you can control what they do, you can control the colour variation. I just need to have a go with them. So, they are the colours one more time. You get Sandstone, Henna, Sepia, Pale Pink, Praline, Ochre, Blush, Rosewood, Almond, Pale Orange, Skin, and Skin. So, it's Skin 1, Skin 2. So, they've got a different number. They are numbered and named. And then in with those was these. Now, I use these quite often, and I saw V as well. She used these. Now, I have got stencils, but I didn't have the sort of geometric stencils. These are like metric circles, triangles, hexagons, squares. And these come in so handy for backgrounds and doing different things in backgrounds, which is always really handy. So you get different, these are from Helix. So you get square, you get a metric pentagon, you get the ellipse, I think that is a hexagon, and then you've got triangles, and then the circle. And the reason why I like this circle is because, forget the stencils I've got, this has a variation of big to small. So if I move that, you can see these are tiny, but I love these ones. Now, none of my stencils go to the big variety. They go to about there. Sort of, that is the biggest that it will go to here. So you've got a much bigger variety and a much bigger selection, which I think is so much better. So they are so worth it, and I don't think they're going to break the bank. I'm pretty sure they're quite reasonably priced to add in. And honestly, if you can do bokkers as well, bokker backgrounds, you can do bokker backgrounds with circles, square, hexagons, pretty much anything that you want to do. So as I said, you get these different ones: square, pentagon, hexagon, triangle, circle. So there are some nice varieties in the Helix. I think that's pretty much all of them. Thank you so much. And then this came. Now, I do not collect Picturas, and I'm pretty sure the only Pictura that I have ever been interested, barring the fairies, is the dragon. This is why. I will show you that one. I have been dying to try, but I didn't like the small, you know, that tiny little fold out one. I prefer it bigger, and this is in an A4. I think it's even big. It's like going on A3 size. They're huge. So this was the picture that sold me. I cannot wait to do the scales, and the good thing is they are single-sided, as you can see. So I wanted to do Copics. And rather than get that fold out small one, I've really fancied getting my hands and my teeth into this particular image. I cannot wait. So this is going to be a mixed media piece of Copics and pencils. You can detach them, they're perforated as well. So if it goes well, I can give that out. I could do it as a giveaway. So these are the other images that you get. This is so thick and so sketchy and beautiful. It's like a sketchbook of, I think his name is John Howe. I love it. I love fantasy, but more so these types of dragon images. I mean, look at them. They're just, it's so impressive. But the first page is the one that I just love. I love it. You've got all these dragon images by the same artist. That's very busy. That's amazing. I love that one. That's like, that's on a bed of coins protecting the treasure. It reminds me of Harry Potter as well. Don't know why. Especially that one. Like it could be Albus Dumbledore. And that one just reminds me of Harry Potter altogether. Really does. Love it. So this is the main image, and this will definitely be done at some point. Probably not on streams. If I do the scales and I get requests, I'll do some scales on a video. But absolutely gorgeous. So thank you so much. And then the last item was this hard cased pencil case. It comes with a handle as well, but I just wanted like this to go in the cart. Now, I never thought in a million, I was going to get this myself, but I never thought that in a million years someone would look at that and be like, oh, I'll get it. So I have housed 3 sets of pencils in this. That shows you how much the capacity is. It's hard. It's gorgeous. It's huge. And I have stuck in 3 sets of pencils. So if I turn it this way again, you can see at the side you have these pockets, and you've got another sort of strap to hold down. This is removable, so you can remove it entirely if you don't want it in there and take it out, or, you know, whatever your preference is. And then I have put in here 3 sets of pencils. So I've put the Black Widow skin tones, which I must say I am still to fall in love with. Had a go with them, not that majorly impressed with them, but glad I've got them. I've put my Luminance in there and my Lyra Remembrance out of 4, sorry, and my Derwent Drawings. So you can see how much it houses. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves, and each leaf contains enough space for 3 pencils to go in. So each loop, you can see that, Howe's is 3 pencils. So not 1, not 2, but you get 3. So yeah, it's amazing. And then I have just put some erasers in there. So it's a little zippy section. You can put, I've put erasers in there. I've put the Splendor blender Lyras in there and the Karin Dash blenders in there. And then the new from Melody Posca pens. So we are stocked up on Poscas. And that is my Happy Mail. So there is an absolute bunch. So I truly cannot thank you enough. I mean, it is just an incredible honour to think that you've even thought of me, let alone gone out of your way with the amount that has been gifted. So truly from the bottom of my heart, I cannot tell you enough. Thank you so much. And go and spend your pennies on yourself now. Seriously, go spend it on yourself and tell me what you bought. And tell me all the goodies that you've bought and enjoyed and tried out and what you've saved for, because I enjoy listening to your happiness. So thank you so much for watching this. I will try and put all of the links for what I can find for most of the products and what I needed to put in there as well. Anything that I can reference back to. So, the YouTube channel of the Mandala Book. So the Mandala Book that I mentioned to you, this one, I will put the YouTube channel for that as well, so that you can have a little look and see if there's any books from that particular artist. Oh, I'll be surprised if you don't go and buy one that you are interested in, because I find that there's so many. They're amazing. All right then, guys, I will see you on my next stream. And thank you for watching. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart to all of you. I truly appreciate you more than words. So take care. See you soon, guys. Bye.